southeastern U.S. state of Louisiana has been rocked by a deadly shooting. The shooting occurred around 6 a.m. local time in Shreveport, where an assailant opened fire across various locations, killing 8 children aged between 1 and 14. After carrying out the shooting, the suspect fled the scene immediately and hijacked a car. Local police have confirmed that the suspected shooter was killed during a vehicle chase. In a statement, state police say no officers were harmed in the shooting. Officials are still working to establish the sequence of events across what they described as a large and complex crime scene. Police did not share more information about the individual and what was the reason behind the deadly attack on children. State police have taken over the investigation at the request of local authorities, and more details are being awaited.
This morning, officers responded to a shooting that occurred just after 6 a.m. In doing so, we've determined that this was a domestic call in nature. The responding officers located a crime scene here in the 300 block of West 79th Street, and this is a rather extensive crime scene spanning between 2 residences here. There is also another residence on Harrison Street that is part of this crime scene as well. Right now, we have at least 10 individuals that were struck by gunfire last night in a domestic disturbance. 8 of these individuals are deceased. The ranges of the decedents are from 1 year of age to approximately 14 years of age.
Our correspondent Susan Teherani is on phone. She is in New York. Susan, let me start by asking you, tell us more about this location. I believe it's called Shreveport in Louisiana. What more do we know, or what more details do we have about this specific location?
Yeah, Shreveport, Louisiana is a place that actually the House Speaker Mike Johnson represented for more than 10 years in the U.S. state of Louisiana. And police are calling this one of the worst domestic violence tragedies that the city has ever seen. And we're learning a lot more detail now, and 8 children ranging in the ages of 1 to 14 years, as you mentioned. Some reports say as young as 18 months were killed. And authorities are now saying it began as a domestic dispute that turned into a multi-scene mass shooting early Sunday morning, with not just one house, but 2 other adjacent houses being involved in this. 10 people were shot altogether, 2 adults. 1 woman survived with gunshot wounds to the head. And then a young boy was also injured after trying to jump off from a roof trying to escape. And police say this shooting stretched, as I mentioned, across 3 locations. This is a neighborhood that's in Bossier Parish, in Louisiana. Now, investigators believe some of the victims were related to the gunman, but then the gunman fled the shooting, carjacked a car, tried to run away, was shot and killed by the police, and the investigation is ongoing. Absolutely heartbreaking. Mike Johnson already made comments. It's garnering a lot of national attention. He's saying the families and the victims are in their thoughts and prayers, but still a lot unknown, but also we're learning some about what really happened.
All right. Susan, I was just about to ask you if we have more details about the suspect, but the police have not really revealed the identity of the suspect, and they've not really revealed the motive of this shooting. But do you have any information considering the fact that the police have really not revealed the suspect?
Yeah, well, they're trying to, first of all, figure out who the suspect is, and also because the suspect was possibly, as the press conference mentioned, related to the victims, they want to perhaps first consult, the other family members of the children and the victims who were shot, and perhaps we'll get more on that. But just about Shreveport, it's in northwestern part of Louisiana. It's near the Texas and Arkansas border, and it's one of the state's largest cities and sites across the Bossier city in that region, where it's really a sort of a point where Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas all meet together.
Mm-hmm. All right, that is our correspondent Susan Teherani. She is in New York. She's reporting about this latest incident in Louisiana where 8 children were killed in a mass shooting, and the suspect was also killed, and we do understand that 2 people, adults, were injured in this incident.